sorry to tell you, but you might have been thinking about client experience all wrong. You have probably heard the term, everybody uses it, everybody talks about it, but most people have not stopped to think about what client experience actually means. But that's okay. That's okay. I ain't judging. But today I want to take a quick trip down memory lane just to kind of give you an example and really lock in what client experience is when it comes to your business. All right. Is that cool? All right, bet. So I was thinking the other day about how I used to go to the nail shop and get my nails done back in college with my girls, and we would go get our nails done. We would pull up. The nail salon was in a plaza. We would go in and there will be about 8 ladies. You walk in, they ask you pedicure, manicure, what do you need? We get our nails done. We had to pick that design though, because you had to have a design back in the day, right? And if you didn't have a design, you had the French tip. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. And so we get our nails done and boom, we'll be out of there. Transaction done, right? Now let's fast forward back to today. Yeah, it's nothing like that. If I was to go in to get my nails done, or matter of fact, when I do go get my nails done, the salon I go to is completely different. When you walk in, you have the music playing, you have the iPad to check in on, you have all the chairs. It used to be like 8 ladies, right? Now you walk in, there's about 45 people that can do your nails. They're like, do you want manicure, pedicure? Once you tell them what you want, I always get the pedi, right? And so I go to the chair. It has a little massage chair. They sit you down. They run your water, make sure it's the perfect temperature. They hand you, some places give you a drink menu. They're like, water, champagne, wine, whatever you want, we got it. Whatever you like, right? And so they're like, how can I help you? You're telling them what you want. You get to pick your color. They're like, choose nail color. Yes, nail color. And you get your nail colors, right? And so everything is done. You're ready to go. And you get that bill and you're like, woo. I remember when nails was like $30. Now it's a little $30 plus 100, right? And so you think about all of that and you realize something. I just got the same nails done that I got in 2005, 2006, whenever you started going to the nail salon, right? And you're like, this is the same service. But what isn't different is the client experience. And this is the biggest thing that entrepreneurs and business owners, the biggest mistake that they make is when they think about client experience, they only see it as a way to make clients feel good. And they don't actually see it as a strategy for growth in their business. You following? Because you were going to the nail salon, but most people now, they don't just choose who's good at what they do. Kind of like your business, you have an offer. People aren't looking just to see who has a good offer. They're going to see who has an all-around good experience when I come in to work with them, or in my case, get my nails done, right? And so that's what most people think. Client experience is just there to make the client feel good, to make sure the process goes smooth. But if I can be the one to tell you, client experience is more than systems. It's more than onboarding and emails. Client experience is that connection to your client, but also it's an opportunity for you to have business growth. You can increase your revenue. Think about how the nail salons have been able to increase their revenue over the years. Premium products have a premium client experience, right? Think about repeat buyers. Now that you're going in and you have the opportunity to have this amazing experience when you go into the nail salon, now you're coming back over and over, and it's a no-brainer. The only time you don't go back to that same salon is if there's another place out of convenience, or maybe you're traveling. But if you're locked in, you're going to keep coming back, because not only can you have a good service or a good offer, right? You also have a good experience. And so not only that, you're also telling people about it. Now you really have something to rave about. You have somebody say, hey, I just went to this nail salon, listen, and they did a good job, but y'all, them massage chairs, let's go, right? And so that's what client experience is all about. Everybody talks about it. Everybody says, oh, get your client experience. But what client experience is not just the connection and the invite to feel good, but it is also an opportunity for you as the business owner to make sure that you are using it as a growth strategy. And so when you start to get more intentional about this, you recognize that this is a chance where you can make sure that people start coming back. You can make sure that they're giving you a referral, or you have a client experience that is worthy of telling other people about it. And then also, you are making sure that your clients don't just come to you one time, but they have an opportunity to choose you over and over and over again. You are having repeat clients. Why? Because it's not just about the service, but it's about the feeling that's wrapped around the service. How are you connecting? How are you making sure that you are not treating your clients just like a transaction? Because if you're treating your clients simply as a transaction, guess what? They can go be a transaction somewhere else, right? And so when you understand this, when you understand that client experience isn't just a way to make sure that you're serving your clients better, but it's also a growth strategy for your business, you kind of stop thinking about how you can do more and really figuring out how you can increase the value in the experience that people have when they're working directly with you, when they're working directly with your brand. And so when you do this, you immediately notice that your retention begins to increase, meaning that clients are deciding to stay longer. They're deciding to buy again. You realize that referrals happen naturally. You're not having to be like, hey, will you tell somebody about me? No, they're going to be like, yo, let me tell you, I just got back from getting my nails done and Ning did that. Ning, da, 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 da. And you're going on about not just the person, but the entire experience from the time they come in. That means the moment they say yes with you, all the way to the time they leave out of your original offer, out of your salon, right? They're ready to come back over and over again. And so I want to encourage you today, if you're not already looking at your client experience and how you can begin to make it be more intentional, more impactful, and more wrapped in connection than transaction, you're losing an opportunity for your business to grow. And if I can be honest with you, client experience is what takes a good offer and flips it into a real sustainable brand and business. And so if you didn't know what client experience was, I hope you know now that client experience is not just an opportunity to make your clients feel good, but it's an opportunity for you to use it to grow your business, your revenue, and your retention. I'll talk to you soon.